Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we are going to be talking about the current state of the meta as we head into March 2018. What is the meta like? What is it starting to develop into? What's happening in the current meta scene? I wanted to give some time and reflection, let the meta settle down a little bit and become more defined after the ban list, because after the past ban list that we had in February, quote unquote the emergency ban list, we had the Magicians get hit, and people were always predicting Trickstars to be the best deck of the format. I was kind of hesitant to say that that was going to be the true case. I thought Trickstars would definitely be one of the best decks of the format, but the clear defined #1 deck of the format, and there would be nothing but Trickstars in the top 32s of every YCS and major event. I was hesitant to go that far. From what I had heard, Magicians was still doing good, and as we've seen over the course of YCS Atlanta and YCS Brussels, I believe, if I'm correct, if that was where the European YCS was held about a week or so ago, forgive me if I'm wrong, but you notice that there's a lot more diversity in the meta, from the different ARGs, the different YCSs, other different regionals. You're seeing this very big surgence of a lot of diversity in deck building and just an explosion of different decks being good. The reason for this is because the two #1 decks that would dominate before this current ban list that we're in, that being Magician Pendulums, which was going to be the most dominant deck, and Spiral, freaking got not destroyed. They're still playable, granted, and they're still topping at events, but they're not the quote-unquote best deck of the format anymore, which left a lot of other decks that have been sitting around being good to actually be having a chance now to top at major events. So what are some of these decks that are topping? Well, you have the Gem Knight FTK, or just Gem Knights in general, with the new Link Monster that are doing fairly well. You have everything from Trickstars doing well, which was considered to be the best deck of the format, like I said, but we can see that it's not the best deck, but it's still going to top a lot of events. You also see Magicians doing amazingly well. You see them teching anything like Mystical Cerberus, I believe it is, with the new the new Pendulum Monster that we got out of the recent set. You're starting to see people use that in some abusive combos. However, it's not the most popular build of the deck. You also see things like Dinosaurs topping. I've seen Light Swarms topping, Zombie Light Swarms topping, Trickstars. I think I saw Infernoids somewheres along the way. There's just so many, I'm sorry for the squeaky floor, but there's so many just different decks that are topping. It's really amazing to see this explosion of different decks. True Draco, I think I saw Cosmos out of Regionals doing good. There's just so many things going on. I mean, the main deck I see is people talking about OTKs in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. The reason for this being, with one of the OTKs that the Pendulum deck can do, which it can go for the Fusion Venom card, I believe, and you can trigger off the Lunar Light Bird, copy it twice, and do, I think, it's 8,000 damage to your opponent in one turn. That happens in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's been a discussion of the last week or two about, are FTKs really bad in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! I would say they're not really that much to worry about. They can easily be stopped in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! They do pop up from time to time and be the best deck of the format. Examples are, throughout the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magical Scientist FTK, Frog FTK. There's been a multitude of little small FTKs here and there throughout Yu-Gi-Oh!'s history. However, they usually are here for one moment and gone the next, because Konami A, either deals with it very quickly, or B, we have hand traps in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And people figure out, oh, this is a thing, so if I see my opponent doing this, I stop it in the butt right there by using my Ghost Dash, my Ghost Ogre, whatever the case may be. The Gem Knight FTK seems to be very good and prevalent. If you guys see it on my channel, my boy Pee-wee, or Alex as you guys may know him, he topped down at YCS Atlanta in the top 44 with Gem Knights. Congratulations to him. And you can see, and if you saw the video I posted, where he literally went through a Ghost Ogre, a Ghost Dash, and a Max C right before the ban list came out. With that deck, he did make a couple changes, I believe he told me, but you can see that deck was just able to power through if you pilot it correctly. So different, depends upon who's piloting the deck, how much potential you can create with that deck. But what I'm trying to say here at the end of the day is the meta is really diverse. Any good deck can top right now. I think I even read in some regional report that Blue Eyes got top 16 somewhere in some regionals. I don't know. But there's just so much diversity right now in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Being True Draco, be it Cosmos I saw, be it Lunar Lights I saw. I think I saw Lunar Lights even top an event somewheres, I believe. Like, I keep turning my head around, there's another deck that's topping. I'm like, oh, well, that's a good deck, but you're topping events now. Wow. Like, yay. Like, I've seen so many different decks do good recently. It's really nice to see a development in the meta, because if you guys know from history of the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, the last year and a half or so has not been very diverse in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh!, so to speak. We had Zodiacs, and then we went from full-powered Nordic Zodiacs with Black Sheep combo to Zodiacs and everything. Then we went to True Draco, and then we went to about a week or 2 or 3 of ABC doing good, to now it being then Spirals, to being afraid that magicians were going to destroy the world, to now everything being yay! Any good deck can probably do good right now, which is a good thing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! That is such a good thing, especially with all of the events we have heading into a national season, which is in about 5 months or 6 months, I think it is, 5 or 6 months. That really gets everybody hyped, because if there's a ban list that comes out between now and then that will probably adjust the power creep a little, tweak it, but, you know, people can be happy that, hey, I can play any good deck and probably do good at an event if I have the cards. However, the problem with the current meta at the moment is hand traps, and certain cards are very, very expensive, and you need them to play in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So either A, I would suggest to you, if you're deciding to jump into this current meta, or go to a local regionals or something of that nature, or ARG, or whatever the case may be for you, I would highly suggest you borrow cards from somebody that you know that's not going to the event, or at least buy the cards, turn around and resell them, ask vendor friends, whatever the case may be, because you will need your side deck cards. Now, people think that Ghost Ogre and Ghost Ash, or Ghost Ogre is the best hand trap at the moment. People are playing Effect Veiler again. People are taking Ghost Ash because they feel it doesn't do enough right now. However, I would highly suggest at least side decking it. That's just my humble opinion. And you're also seeing Drill and Lockbird being played here and there in certain decks, be it Trickstar or side deck or main deck. I have seen it happen. And you also have to keep in mind that we are getting Designator from the Grave, which stops hand traps. We're going to be getting that card in, I think, late March. And we're also going to get a reprint of Gammas. So if you plan to have a set of Gammas, you need to pick up at least 1 or 2 Omegas right away before the price goes through the roof, because there will be a lot of Gammas on the market and not enough Omegas. So I would highly suggest pick up your Omegas now. That's from just a little word to the wise from Market Watch here. But yes, the meta is very diverse, and that's the amazing part of it right now. We saw also, if it was Brussels, BORC, I think it was, I forget the rest of the name, the European cities over there in Europe, or the different countries of Europe, excuse me, my European comrades. But yes, we also saw things like World Chalice top at the major event. It won the event. We saw, I believe it was Magician Pendulums top with the the FTK version with over here at YCS Atlanta. And so you can see that that's a very big divergence in the competitive meta of how diverse it is. I've seen different YCSs. I think there was another one in South America. Forgive me if I was wrong. It was a big regionals, at least that there was a diversity in that meta. There's a lot of things going on right now. It's really good. You pretty much can take any good deck that's come out in the last year or so and pretty much just play it and do good at an event, or tech those cards into other strategies like True Draco, splashing in dot deck, and then, you know, take it to an event and probably do good at it, possibly, if you know how to properly pilot it and properly side decking. In a diverse meta like this, you need to make your side deck very diverse and very, like, have the ability to take on all comers, so to speak. Like, have your basic, that's what I was trying to explain earlier, you need to have your basic side deck staples, or your main deck staples, your Ghost Ash, your Ghost Ogres. Now, Ghost Ogre is getting reprinted along with Drone Lockbird in the Seto Kaiba Legendary Collection here soon. Don't know about Ghost Ash yet, but people can easily play that. either main deck or side deck. Ghost Ogre, like I said, is being more played than all the other hand traps at the moment from what I've seen, but it varies week to week, day to day, it feels like, and event to event. Different flavors, different people, different regions. That's something you have to take into consideration in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. People have different tastes and believe in different things in different regions. I've noticed over the course of looking at different event coverages over the course of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. But yes, those are just my thoughts on the current meta. It's very diverse, it's very healthy. We really haven't seen, in my humble opinion, we haven't seen this much diversity in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Since Duelist Alliance format. And prior to Duelist Alliance format in the Hat, Artifact, Trap Tricks format. So that was, what, 2014, 2015? And I mean, there was some diversity after that, but it's mainly been top tier deck after top tier deck, at least for the last year or so. And it's good, no matter what, to just have so much diversity. It's amazing, and it's healthy, and it's good. And go play some Yu-Gi-Oh, guys, because you don't know when this format's going to end. So you should play the heck out of it while you can. So go have some fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh, guys. Why the heck are you watching me for? You know everything you know now. Go forth and prosper. Until next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. I'll see you guys next time. And go enjoy some freaking Yu-Gi-Oh, my fellow duelist. I'll see you guys next time. Good luck dueling to all of you. And go win some regionals with Blue Eyes White Dragon. Remember that.